last year we decided to skip Christmas, and we're doing it again this year. I have a family of 5. We have 3 kids, all boys. And my husband and I sat down one night and we're like, you know what? Like, we spend so much money on Christmas, like presents, everything. And then like the next year, they don't even remember what they got. Like, we would much rather have memories and family time than a gift. Now, Santa still comes. Santa arrives at the house, but presents from mom and dad are no longer. So last year we actually surprised my kids with this. Instead of Christmas, we took a vacation. And we did not tell our kids until the night before we were leaving. We took a whole video on it. It was so freaking cute. And my kids loved it. We told them, we're like, hey, we're not doing Christmas. Just a heads up. Hope you're okay with it. And they were like, can we do this every single year? So we said, yeah, absolutely. Like, if you guys are down, we're down. So obviously they still get presents because Santa comes. But like the mom and dad presents, we just go on a trip. We just go on a vacation. So we took them on a cruise last year. And
I actually love that idea. Experiencing something like going on a vacation or getting out of your normal environment brings so much more memories than just getting a gift, because even as a kid, like, they'll be so excited. And I remember being like this as well, be so excited about getting a Christmas gift. And then 2 to 3 months later, you're, leaving it on the floor, or you're not as excited about it. And that's what just happens with us humans. I mean, even when we save up money to buy nice things, maybe you put a down payment on a house, or you move into that new apartment, or you get that car or something that you've been wanting really bad. After a while, it starts to wear off. And that's the excitement that once was there. It's called anticipation. I actually think it's really interesting on how we all kind of operate under anticipation. It's like you really want it. The most exciting part of wanting something is wanting something, because once you have it, it's exciting, but it doesn't nearly last as long as you wanted the thing. Now, on the other hand, she didn't break down why they're doing this. I mean, like, she said that, the kids will forget about the gifts that they got, but I'm wondering if they're doing this for financial reasons as well, because honestly, she said she stopped giving mom and dad gifts. So she's not giving that much gifts to her partner, which probably makes sense since they're going on a vacation. But let me know your thoughts on the comment section down below. Would you go on vacation as a Christmas gift, or would you rather stick to just gift giving? Let me know in the comment section down below.
Y'all just seen another mom on TikTok talk about this, how she about to cancel Christmas in her house. And baby, I stand beside her. I stand beside her with canceling fucking Christmas, bro. I stand beside her with canceling Christmas. I have an 11 who's about to be 12 in 15 days. Yes, his birthday is a week before Christmas. I have an 11 who's about to be 12-year-old, and I have a 9-year-old who don't give a fuck. And no, I did not raise them like this. I don't understand where this comes from. I raised them to know how to cook for themselves. Not fully cook, but they know how to cook for themselves.
That's one of the things about parents that I hear a lot of the times, is when the kid is actually doing something that benefits the parent, I raised them. But then as soon as it's something negative, I didn't raise them like that. Like, we got to be real with ourselves as adults. I don't even have kids, and this is something that needs to be addressed, point blank, period. I mean, people come up with a million excuses as to why their kids act a certain way, why they're not in shape, why this is that, why the economy is so bad. People love to create excuses when things don't work in their nature. And this is coming from someone who had I had 2 parents in the household growing up, and I was acting out of control. I was acting like I wasn't raised the right way, as a younger teen. Like, I would be acting up in class and being a goofball, getting into little fights and stuff like that. And it's like, my parents did say, hey, we didn't raise you like that. You know what I'm saying? But at a certain age, like, she's talking about like her kids being, 12 or 10 or 11 years old. It's kind of crazy, because she's saying that her kids don't give a F, but at the same time, it's like something's missing. You get what I'm saying? Something's missing. It's how you're raising them. It's the repercussions, the consequences that you're punishing them with. Are you even punishing them at all? I have no idea. So let's go ahead and continue forward. And of course, I
Y'all
clicked
just
out the
seen another
video. So,
mom
anyways, we're
on
gonna
TikTok
rewatch the
talk
whole
about
thing,
this, how
man.
she about to cancel Christmas at her house. And baby, I stand beside her. I stand beside her. I stand beside her with canceling fucking Christmas, bro. I stand beside her with canceling Christmas. I have an 11 who's about to be 12 in 15 days. Yes, his birthday is a week before Christmas. I have an 11 who's about to be 12-year-old, and I have a 9-year-old who don't give a fuck. And no, I did not raise them like this. I don't understand where this come from. I raised them to know how to cook for themselves. Not fully cook, but they know how to cook for themselves. But that's not their job. Their job is to wash their ass twice a day. Do your laundry, clean your room, and make sure the bathroom is clean that y'all use. I don't use y'all bathroom. I'm not going to either. I will walk past their bathroom to use my bathroom. I would not use their bathroom. Right? All right. Over this past Thanksgiving break, they was on Thanksgiving break for a whole week. A total of almost 9 days. They were on Thanksgiving week. Let's start off with case number one. I started up before they went on Thanksgiving break. I had my AirPods. I had a case, right? I just found this AirPod because one of them dropped my AirPods and lost it. So I just found this one. So I now have two. I don't have a fucking case. The case is just gone. It just disappeared. And it's dead, so I can't track it. I don't know where the fuck it is. I have no clue where the hell the case went. Case just disappeared. And now that they're gone, I'm going to go search their rooms. Because if it's in their room, I'm whooping ass and taking names. Yeah.
I just want to say this for the record. I love it when I hear parents talk about how great their kids are. And obviously it benefits the parent to talk about how great their kids are. And they say, yeah, I raised them. But then as soon as something happens that's out of their favor, oh, I didn't raise them like that. Can we just come to the point where we're honest with ourselves, to where we're accepting that you may have raised your child in a good way, but they still have something called a choice, just like you have a choice, right? You didn't listen to everything your parents said. You get what I'm saying? But at the same time, doesn't mean that you had to raise them in a bad manner for them to act bad. Sometimes it's just the choices that we make. People come up with excuses as to why they can't get in shape. People have excuses as to why they can't save money. It's all about your choices in life. It's all about your choices in life. I used to act up as a teen, get suspended from school, get in little fights, be a goofball, be a class clown. My parents didn't raise me like that, but guess what? I made choices. And those choices had something called consequences. And a lot of people believe consequences is something that's just strictly negative. Consequences is the result of doing something. Whether or not her kids took her AirPods or whatever, it doesn't mean that she taught her kids how to take something that wasn't theirs. It could mean that the way she's acting or the way she's displaying her own actions, the kids can perceive it as, oh, if she gets to do what she wants to do, then I get to do what I want to do. And hey, every situation isn't equal. I know you got to be a guardian at some point, but I just hate it when I hear people or parents talk about how, well, I raised them and it's something good. And as soon as the child does something bad, oh, I didn't raise them like that. Bro, you don't have to raise anybody. It's called setting the example, and someone gets to make the choice. You don't always have to raise somebody in a negative way in order for them to have negative actions, negative choices.
Case number two, my son. On Saturday, I woke up, I was sick. I was sick as a dog. Whatever this black plague is going around the United States, I caught it. I was sick as a dog. My throat hurts. I'm congested. Sick as a shit. I said on Saturday morning, make sure your laundry's done. Kalani, make sure Jay gets his done first because you just wash clothes, so you shouldn't have that much clothes, right? Keep in mind, he's 12. They know how to wash their own clothes. I taught them how to wash their own clothes. I taught them how to clean the bathroom, clean the kitchen, and do their own laundry. In case of anything was to happen to me and I can't do it, you guys know how to do it. You guys know how to fend for yourself and make basic food for yourself. Oh, okay. Yesterday, I walked past the room. But I remind you, this is Saturday. Yesterday, I walked past the room. There is a bucket of clothes. I said, well, I just told you, put your clothes up. What are those? Those are dirty. Excuse the fuck out of me? How are those dirty if I just told you to get your laundry done on Saturday? Or were those? In 24 hours, you wore a bucket full of clothes?
Okay, so it sounds like she's canceling Christmas because her kids aren't following directions. They're not obeying her. They're acting out of line. But here's the truth. You had all year to fix that. It's like kind of getting an oil change, and it's like your oil light is on in your car, but you're ignoring it for 6 months. You know, depending on what kind of car you got, your engine just might lock up. But it seems to her that she has a well enough car in order for her to last all year. But then when it comes to that one big moment, Christmas, she decides to have repercussions. We need an oil change. Yo, you decided to not discipline your kids until Christmas? Are you kidding me? Unless I'm missing something here, but let me know your thoughts on the comment section down below. If you think this is the justifiable reason why a parent should even cancel Christmas for their kids. And my parents, I'm coming from experience on this one as well, just opening up, being a little vulnerable. One year I was I was acting up so bad in school. My parents delayed Christmas for me. They were like, nah, like every week you just get to open one present because of the way you acted. You know, we didn't raise you like this. And you know what? That did make me realize that, hey, maybe I need to think twice before I start doing stupid stuff in the classroom and goofing off. You know what I'm saying? So, but at the end of the day, my parents had gave me repercussions in the moment. All right. You don't want to, why are people delaying repercussions and waiting till Christmas? I'm canceling Christmas because my kids was acting bad all year. Bruh, all year? You had hundreds of days to fix this. Why is it Christmas? You know what I'm saying? Like, why is it just Christmas?
Christmas is canceled at our house this year. A couple of months ago, we told all of our friends and family that we will not be buying gifts for anybody this year, and we will not be accepting gifts from anybody this year. So to not buy us anything. If you absolutely must spend money on us, you can buy us household supplies, or you can pay a bill. That is all we will be accepting. I just saw the first post of the season about gift ideas for the hard to buy for person in your life. It's not even Halloween. Like what? Like why are we doing this every year? We don't need any of this shit. So we will still be like decorating for Christmas and going to Christmas parties and doing whatever Christmassy things, but just no gifts. And I think a lot of people should be doing this. And I actually know a couple people who are doing this, and I love the idea. So it's not too late to tell all your friends.
Yeah, but here's the thing with that. Like, most people should do this year round. You know, why just focus again on just Christmas? Oh, we're not buying gifts. Okay, but you do understand, like, Christmas lies within 1 month. You got 11 months left in the year. Like, what are you doing those 11 months? You get what I'm saying? It will still make a difference because most people already spend past their budget, get into credit card debt for Christmas. But it's like, you can't be one or the other. You get what I'm saying? You got to choose a side. Over here, we go by making more money and investing your money. You know what I'm saying? And sticking to the plan. Most people, they get upset. Black Friday really isn't Black Friday. Christmas, people spend a lot of money. I'm not spending any money on Christmas. Bro, what are you doing for Valentine's Day? What are you doing for your birthday? I know somebody who spent like $5K on their birthday. I'm not saying it's wrong, but they surely didn't have $5K to spend a couple months ago. So where the money coming from? You going in debt to do these things, man? You got to give me a break. You got to give me a break. You can't be one or the other. You can't be hot and cold at the same time. You can't say, well, I'm going to blow money for 11 months and then the 12th month on Christmas, no, I'm not going to spend any money because you know what? Prices rise. Black Friday is fake, and Christmas, a whole bunch of people overspend, and we're not going to do it this year. And we didn't do it last year. But what about the 11 months that was previous to Christmas? If you don't do Christmas and people are ending up going on vacation and going in debt and having to pay interest because they decide to go on vacation when prices are already hiked during summer, because businesses know when most people have free time from the job and want to travel, then why even focus on this 1 month? You get what I'm saying? People need to be preaching this every single month. Taking care of your finances, being responsible over your funds, because here on this channel, we review people who are in great financial situations, but also a lot of people who don't make the smartest financial decisions. And this is the advice that I wish I had when I was younger, because I just thought that you could just make the money back, especially when you spent it on a credit card, especially when you went into debt. And you're working backwards. Most people get into debt during Christmas, bro. Like, you already got to pay the money. Now you're paying extra money. You get what I'm saying? But what are you doing the rest of the 11 months?
I'm not giving my kids a Christmas this year for no other reason than they don't deserve it. And they're my kids. I know my kids. I've seen what they've done all year, and they don't deserve it. They've literally got on my nerve for the last 365 days. I ask very minimum of my kids. I'm outside every day working, busting my ass to assure that my kids have what they want and they need. They'll come home, they'll be home all day doing nothing. They did not, do their laundry. They didn't mop a floor. They didn't wash the dishes. They didn't even wipe the damn toothpaste off the sink. They don't take the trash out. They don't do nothing. I have 3 grandkids. I am extremely active in their life. I've never skipped a beat. I've talked.
First of all, I didn't even know she was a grandma. So shout out to her. You know what I'm saying? Maybe she had a baby early and she looks really good to be a grandma. I mean, hey, but here's on the other note. What are you teaching your kids from? You get what I'm saying? Like, we're not celebrating. I'm not buying anything for them for Christmas because they don't do these things. What are you doing to help your kids realize that they need to do it? You get what I'm saying? Like, canceling Christmas isn't just going to hit. It's one time a year, man. It's one time a year. I'm just like, I think back when I was a teenager and I was, before I was a teenager, like my mom, right? She would be quick to be like, hey, you know what? You don't want no whoopings, right? And in the back of my head, as far as I can remember, I'm like, you know what? I can get over the pain. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had that mindset back then. I'm like, you know what? Pain is only temporary. Pain is only temporary. Let's go ahead and get it over with. I don't like to dwell on problems. I like to get them done, get them over with. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know what I'm talking about if you grew up like that. But it didn't really work on me until my mother figured out that this child likes electronics. Like, I'm a nerd at heart, right? He likes electronics. No TV time, no video games, no phone, no iPod, no laptop, no MP3, none of that. None of that. You're not even going to the electronics station in the store. I still do that to this day. I'm 27 years old, man. I wonder, what is she disciplining her children with in order for them to act in line? Canceling Christmas usually isn't going to fix a year-long problem. That's like putting a plug in a tire. It's a temporary fix for the moment. But do you think the child is actually going to remember all the times that they didn't wash dishes? Give me a break. We don't even work like that as humans. We just don't. As humans, I mean, like, we're all humans, but as adults, usually people start to make better choices for themselves, even if they don't want to make the better choice, if the punishment is greater than the reward. Hear me out. You can try to rob a bank all you want. You can plot on stealing $1 million from the bank. But all it takes for you to end up getting punished is getting caught once. You only need to get caught once. And after that, your ass going to jail or prison. Now, $1 million is going to prison. Which one? And you don't even know how long you're going to be there. So you know why you think twice before you do something that's crazy illegal? Because the punishment is greater than the reward. What's the reward for washing dishes? I'm not saying she should pay her kids allowance. I mean, hey, it's a responsibility. You shouldn't really look at it for a reward, but they should look at it as, if I don't get this done, then what do I have to lose? And people love complaining about their kid. Oh, they don't do this, they don't do that. Don't you live with them? Like, something just ain't clicking right now. You know what I'm saying? This is the second video where people are canceling Christmas because their kids ain't acting right, as if they don't have control off of what their kid gets and doesn't get. She's just said in the video earlier, I make sure they get what they need and what they want. That's the problem right there. You giving them what they want. Are you kidding me? When you get what you want without having to do the things that you needed to get done, you wouldn't do it either. If you can get a 2-week paycheck, you know what I'm saying, and not going to work, would you go into work? Most people wouldn't. You know why? Because they work in order to get the money, in order so they can make a living, in order for them to pay bills. But what if you didn't have to work? Would you still work? Most people wouldn't. Most people wouldn't.
Call me a Scrooge, Call me a Grinch, but I would be okay with canceling Christmas this year because the overconsumption of materialistic items right now is just, it's mind-blowing to me. Why do my kids need everything that I just bought them last year that they shoved under their bed and played with one time? Why do all of my family members need gifts right now? Every year Christmas comes around and I have so many people to buy gifts for, and it's very overwhelming, and I just think we need
That's
to
the
cancel
problem.
Christmas and just take a family vacation. Like, I would much rather put that money toward traveling with my family instead of buying them materialistic items that they're gonna just shove under their bed and use for one day.
She's speaking facts. I definitely would prefer a vacation or going out and having an experience over getting a gift, unless that gift is something that I really, really needed. On the other note, she's saying that her kids will forget about the toys, forget about the gifts, put them underneath their bed. Like that does make sense. I mean, we do that as humans. Again, it's the shiny object syndrome. The most exciting part of wanting something is wanting something. It's the anticipation. It's the reason why, fun fact, Apple designs their iPhone boxes to fall out slowly, because they want you to have that last bit of anticipation. I read that a couple years ago. It's actually really exciting how they make their products. On the other note, right? On the other note, she was explaining how, doing something, getting gifts for multiple people. Oh, we got to get gifts for everybody. No, you don't. Why are we living in this false reality? I have to give it. I have to give it. You don't have to give it. Don't get me wrong. It's polite. It's nice. It's loving. It's caring. You don't have to give a gift. This is another form, from what I see, as keeping up with the Joneses. Oh, I got to get so-and-so a gift. I got to get, oh, yeah, so-and-so. Listen, they're going to be okay. Tell them Merry Christmas. Send them a text. You're already paying for your cell phone bill. I wish my Stream Deck button was working because I give myself a round of applause right there. You already paying for your cell phone bill, meaning it costs you to send out messages. Tell them Merry Christmas. Send them a little gift card. Not a gift card. Send them a Christmas card from Dollar Tree or something. I used to feel the same way. I used to feel guilt for not getting people gifts. The only people I get gifts for now, my girlfriend and the people who I live with, that is immediate family. I don't feel obligated to get anybody a gift. Now, if God puts it on my heart to give a gift, I'm going to give a gift. But I'm not going to consume TV and watch commercials and listen to songs and let that dictate my actions. You got to think for yourself. People are in so many bad financial situations because they don't even make their own choices. They let people in media pre-program how they should think. Oh, Secret Santa at the job. Bro, I'm good. My 9-to-5 ass, hey, y'all want to do Dirty Santa, which means you get each other goofy gifts and whatever. And that's cool. That sounds really fun. I'm not doing it right now. I'm working on getting out of debt right now. And $20 is a lot. Not in a sense of like what it could get me, but in a sense of if I put $20 more towards my student loans or my car loan, then I'm paying off my principal. And over time, it's going to catch up and I'm paying less in interest and I'm getting out of debt quicker. Then when I'm out of debt, then we can talk about, hey, I can be a little bit more generous. But you can't pour water out of an empty cup. You got to help yourself first, man. You got to help yourself first.
So this is the first Christmas I have to officially cancel for my child. And I you know how you always say, as a parent, you always say like, you're not getting this or you're not doing this. And sometimes you still let them. Like this year, I literally have to cancel Christmas. Like I'm sad because I had already did my Christmas shopping, or at least started it, and now I have to cancel it. And what's so ironic is today, earlier today, I bought a Grinch tree. And my daughter was like, why would you buy Grinch? We on Santa's side. And like now Christmas is literally canceled. Like everything that I've already gotten, I'm taking back to the store. I'm tired of being a great mother and some of the behaviors that are just like things that just can be fixed easily. I'm tired of it. And this month is my birthday. 2 days before Christmas is my birthday. So yeah, Christmas is canceled for my child and possibly both of them, but right now 1 out of 2. And I'm really sad because, oh my gosh. But I can't keep doing the things I do with the behavior.
I already know what she's going to say. Like, let's get to the point here. You just said that you was backtracking on the stuff that like you said you wouldn't do. If you worked, okay, She's a parent that says, you're not going to get this unless you do this. Then the child doesn't do it. Then she gets upset, makes TikTok videos about it, and then says, you know what? I'm going to still get it for him because, I'm going to do some stuff that I said I wasn't going to do anyways. That's called respect. Has nothing to do with Christmas. Has nothing to do with, oh, the kids don't want to act a certain way. Has everything to do with your actions. Why would anybody respect you if you don't even follow through with your word? And I look, to a certain degree, I understand where she's coming from. But if you that serious about it and you making TikTok videos about it, telling the world about how your kids don't act right, I think you need to start sticking to your word. And this probably has some other correlation in her life. You know what I'm saying? People do this all the time. I'm going to stay on the budget. Then they go and overspend. Well, I'm going to eat at home. Then they go and eat out. If you went to work and your job said they're going to pay you bi-weekly and they don't pay you bi-weekly, they pay you every 2 months, wouldn't you have a problem with that? Because they didn't stick to their word? Would you still work that job? Maybe you would, maybe you wouldn't. But would you still believe future things that they said they were going to follow through with if they didn't stick to the first thing they said they were going to follow through with? You wouldn't. It's called broken promises. It's why people don't have the confidence to do the things that they need to do because they've broken their word so many times. And the first step is to stick to your word. And she seems like a great mother. You know what I'm saying? Hearing her conversation. But it's the broken promises that's causing you to want to cancel Christmas for your kids when they're your kids. Let me know your thoughts on that in the comment section down below, man.